Hey everyone, welcome to Chasing the Kraken. So we are finally back out on the water. So I normally don't take these starter videos in front of my house, but it's a little after 6 in the morning, heading out to Crawling Valley. So I had actually sold my orange wilderness ride 115X because I would, you know, through the help of a little bit of peer pressure, I was convinced that I needed a pedal kayak. And what I realized is that I'm just a simple guy. I like it simple. And so without further ado, here's the new ride. I just picked it up. Literally the new ride. This is a Wilderness Systems Ride 115. So minus the X, so it doesn't have that removable pod. But I did add these pretty wicked decals on there that I'm loving. So we'll see how those hold up. But anyway, we're gonna get on the water and see what we can do. So let's get cracking. We are on the shores of Crawling Valley Reservoir. It is now, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be, but we're out here. Let me give you a quick tour of the new rig. So there she is. So this is, like I said, the Ride 115. So the X model has the removable console, the flex pod or whatever they want to call it. A couple of main differences. Well, aside from those really sick looking decals, really the only difference, I haven't put any traction pad in here yet, and this seat's a little bit different. So rather than being a stadium style seat, this is more a little bit lower profile. It did come with this really nice carbon fiber paddle, so I'm going to use that today as opposed to my normal one. This one's actually a hair shorter, but I think with the lower seating position that's going to work out fine. I have my kayak crate in place. I still have to jig around with a few things, and the only other thing that we're going to do, so we're going to try our luck today trying to catch some crayfish, and I'm actually going to boil a couple up if I catch a couple. So that's going to be our tester, and we're going to see how that works. Anyway, it's good to be back out on the water. It's good to have a kayak back. I did try my wife's Mission 100 when we were at the Red Deer River. Nice kayak. I just found that my hips don't really like a sit inside kayak. I really like the ability to sort of spread out my legs a little bit when I'm in a sit on top. So yeah, so that's the plan today, and come along with the adventure. So a little bit different in getting it launched. It still has this paddle holder up front. The main difference, I think, is that it turns out the 115X actually had a rigid front handle. So this guy here, you have to sort of go up and then get around, but that's nothing I can't adjust for. And I'm going to adjust a few things, like the position of this little guy. This is literally just to keep my paddle from sliding over the edge and out of my my grip. So as I'm getting geared up here, just wanted to share a couple thoughts. Number one is, if you've been following my channel at all, you know that, I've got my up days and down days for sure. Some days I don't know what the heck is going on here some days. Anyway, the bottom line is that, like, what the actual hell? There we go. Yeah, so I haven't been posting a lot lately. A couple interesting observations about that. Number one is that what I find really interesting is that it's almost like YouTube has this part of the algorithm, and maybe I guess it makes sense on a business model, is that if you don't post a lot, sometimes when you do post, I find that I get more shares from YouTube. Like, I posted some shorts, and I find that YouTube has shared them quite a lot. I mean, my last one wasn't even any fishing in it. I just was, saying that I got skunked at the Red Deer River, and but hey, I caught this crayfish by hand. And before I knew it, there's like, I don't know, 7,000 freaking views on that thing, and I probably got 10 subscribers, which is crazy. And if you're one of those subscribers, thank you very much. But when I was desperately trying to get some more, some more views on videos, and I was posting a lot of videos, I found that it's like YouTube said, oh, no, that's too much. Let's throttle you back a little bit here, pal. And I got fewer views. So very strange. But I can see where they would want to, don't encourage someone to just overshare, or to, go hog wild on shorts. But if you're a little bit slow in posting, maybe they figure you need a little shot in the arm, so they give you a little bit more traffic. Oh my Ross, I left the handle in the... All right, what a joke. Okay, I left the handle in the truck. How many times have I done that? I don't remember the handle coming off. Oh well, anyway, so the bottom line is, I'm gonna cut that line. No sense having that out there, but if I do stop at the truck, I'll pick it up. Anyway, so that's an interesting observation. That's just such a Jordan thing to do. I hate to slag on myself, but that is such a Jordan thing. Anyway, the other one is, there's a danger to catching big fish, and I'm not a, I'm no Clayton Schick. I don't bring in monsters, on a consistent basis. But, we, on our yearly trip to Besnard Lake in Saskatchewan, we can always count on catching some decent fish. And this year, number one is that when you go there and it's not great, when it's just small fish in the shallows, it's pretty easy to get depressed about it, or, demotivated by the whole experience. So that's a danger. The other danger is, I find, especially when I'm doing things like, last weekend when I was trying to fish on the red deer, I don't have a lot of small fish gear. You catch big fish, so you think, okay, well that's it, I'm a big fish guy. And next thing you know, all you target, well, I guess I can not drag my net across the lake, but all you end up targeting are big fish. So you buy big lures, and then you get in a situation where you need the small stuff, and I only have a couple of little perch sized lures, little whitefish sized things. So yeah, you can very easily find yourself specializing your kit for something that only happens once a year. So that's a danger. Funny story, this exact rod, actually, we were out at Crawling Valley, and we had family flew up from Iowa to join us, and they said, okay, we're flying up, so we'll bring our tackle, but we need to borrow some rods. I said, no problem, we can help you out. So the one guy, Dan, shows up and he's like, all right, do you have a pike rod for me? And I'm like, yeah. So I hand him this rod, and he goes, well, that's a great walleye rod, but where's my pike rod? And I'm like, that is my pike rod? Okay, I'm not looking for sympathy here, but what the hell. So I get out there, realize I left the handle for my rod in the truck, so I decide to kayak back and get it. And when I'm coming up, I see a black case in the water here, and I realize it's my freaking GoPro case, all my batteries, which they're sealed, so I'm sure they'll be fine. But come on, this is a GoPro 5, so that's waterproof. Everything's waterproof. And then I go back to get my keys, and I wipe out on the ramp and get soaked up to my back. Luckily, I didn't break my arm. Some days, man, I just wonder if God isn't sending me a sign. But I'm not that sharp, so I will persevere. Now I'm on the, I guess the western edge of Crawling Valley, heading south. And, one of the challenges with this area, just go shallow, deep, shallow, deep, shallow, deep so often. It really cuts back and forth. So it's a challenge to you know, you decide, oh, I'm going to troll for a little bit, and then boom, you run into, you know, you're in a foot of water. So you reel it in, you finally get to some deeper water, and you're like, okay, I'll troll again. And then, you know, 3 strokes later, you're in a foot of water. So you really have to be on the ball. I have had a nibble so far, so we'll see if we can turn that into a first catch. All right, we actually have our first customer. Oh, what was that? Oh, holy cow. He's a monster. He's a monster. All right. There you go, buddy. Wow. Okay, well. Come on. Don't be like that. Wow, that guy was tiny. Tiny. All right, well, don't get too excited. I thought I lost him. And then that little piece of weed actually moved. Brutal. So hard to tell. I don't think that's anything, but no. Weedsville. Woo! I'm bringing in the salad today. I also just realized I didn't bring anything for lunch, so is crayfish flambeau? We shall see. Now, I'm tempted to say I should go deeper, but I'm not totally sure. I know a lot of guys come out here and they just sit in these kind of, you know, a little bit deeper than I am. You can see them out there, just sitting there, hauling in walleye, one after the other. I'm just not a jigger, not a jigging fan. But I think in some of those, I know I've caught fish off that island there, so I think I'm going to sashay over there and give that a whirl. Because there is not a lot going on. Cue the Han Solo quote about not enough life on this iceberg to fill a star cruiser or space cruiser.
Well, I finished my circle. I don't pick up any life readings.
There isn't enough life on this ice cube to fill a space cruiser. Sensors are placed. I'm going back.
Hey, finally. Finally. I just had a follower, and by instinct I turned on my GoPro, and lo and behold. Now what do we got here? Oh, that's not a bad little piker, actually. Let's get the net ready and everything. Whoa. Come here, Mr. Pike. Oh, yeah. You bugger, come here. At least this one has trebles on it.
Headshot.
There we go, in the net. Wow. All right there, Frankenstein, give it a break. Give it a break, man. Yeah, man, gonna get you off the hook right away. You know, I always thought that I did a decent New Zealand accent, and I think I did it for my brother-in-law and my brother, and they're like, oh, that's a Taika Waititi or Taika, anyway, whatever, you know, the guy. So maybe it's just a passable Hollywood director accent. Okay, this guy is gonna need some love. Put him on the old gripper, I think. It's not too deep, but he's full of spunk. Wow, okay. You sack of worms. No, no, no. No, by all means. Be a dick. Oh! There. You bugger. There we go. There we go. Yeah, he hacked himself up a little bit, but not too bad. All right, let's get a look at him. That's not a bad pike. Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks for breaking. Oh, yeah, he's a little scarred up. That's not for me. That's. Is that a bite mark? Okay, pal, hang on. Let's get you free, okay? That's it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. No, get your nose out. There he goes. Huh. Wow, that was really cool. We just beached here, and just to give you an idea, beyond the confines of the Crawling Valley Reservoir, what you end up is this huge oil lease area. Yeah, nothing too exciting here, but you know, just open prairie basically. All right. Ooh, lunch. Great, perfect. Like a little bit of berry poisoning. Let's get back at it. Well, let's see if this little guy gets us any love. I was just starting to troll my way back, and I got this soft plastic. This might be the first fish I've caught in a long time on soft plastic. Wow. Nice. Is that a walleye? That's a nice walleye. I love me a good walleye. What the hey? He's a scrapper for a walleye. Yeah, what the heck? What the heck, buddy? Whoa, tank. Walleye tank. Nice. Wow, okay. You know what? I'm gonna do a couple things here. So number one, let's get this lure out of this guy's face. That's number one. Okay, good. Okay, number two, let's get our rod out of the way. I want to get a weight on this guy. I have a scale. There it is. All right. This is the old Dollarama luggage scale, but it's pretty good. Ooh. Geez, buddy, let's go. Give me a side that isn't full of fins or full of spikes. Wow. Oh, that is a juicy, that is a fat walleye. Wow. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's get this right into his, right in under there. Okay. That is a 3.2 pound walleye. That's a healthy specimen, and he fought like a freaking pike. Let's get a look at him. Hey, buddy, well done. He's got a little hook jaw on him. That's a nice fat walleye. Way to go, pal. All right, there you go. There you go. You're free. Crazy. An okay pike, and that was a nice walleye. That's close to my PB walleye right there, as sad as that is, but still, I'll take it. All right, gents, or fellow anglers, whoever, YouTube watchers. So, decided to take a bit of a break, stretch my legs. It's getting pretty choppy out there. It's nice and windy, but still having a great time. And I'm on the leeward side of this little island. This is something out of a horror movie where something comes out of the woods and drags me in, but no, just a little island. And yeah, I am going to adjust my seating. So what I did find with this is that compared to my previous setups is I think my seat was further forward when I had the stadium seat in my other wilderness kayak, so I'm really far back. So I'm going to move forward because there's a fair bit of water in this back compartment through the scuppers, so I'm just going to move forward and then adjust my seating. But yeah, I stopped for a Dingo's lunch. You know what a Dingo's lunch is? That's a sip of water and a look around. Well, this is it. All right, fighting the wind, but it feels like we're hooked up. Yeah. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're definitely hooked up. Oh, is that another walleye? I don't even know. Whoa. No, I can't tell. No, I think that's a walleye. Come on. That's another big, healthy bull of a walleye.
Triple kill!
Okay. Hang on there, Laverne. I'm coming. Whew. This wind is something else. Ow, you bugger! You freaking walleye. Walleye, walleye, walleye. Okay. Well, this guy might even be bigger than the other one, so I'm definitely getting a measurement on him. They love this little swim bait. What can I do? That's $1 ounce swim bait too. All right, baby. Let's get you on the board. Okay. Just over 3 pounds. Wow. Another beauty. Got a couple of little growths there, but beautiful, healthy walleye. Okay, buddy. Back to your home. Good luck. Come on. Is that all you got? Ah! Let me see your war face! Ah! Well, that's a fish. Thank you, Mr. Fish, for giving me a break. What the heck was that? We're gonna need a bigger boat. Where are you going, Fat Jack? To get the little boat. The little boat. Oh no, come on! Yeah, spit the hook too. You bastard. Okay. Come on, baby. Make this paddle worth it. It's not exactly a... Oh, she's pulling back. Doesn't like the kayak. Oh, I see him down there. Whoa. Yeah. You want some of this? Another decent walleye. Okay.
Killing spree.
Oh my Ross. Wow. I don't normally catch this much walleye, but they're loving this little perch. Holy cow. You know, it's something when catching and landing fish is a nice break from paddling. Okay. Another nice walleye. This guy's got big eyes. Ready to go back there, Frank? All right. Who's your daddy and what does he do? Okay. Away you go. Back you go. And away he goes. Good job. Ooh. Hello, my friend. Oh. It's another walleye. No, that's a piker.
Unstoppable.
And he goes. All right, man. And ironically, the freaking the wind dies down just when I get back over to this area. All right, there, buddy. Hang on. This is what I do like about these jig heads. Is there's only. Oh, he bent that too. Look at that. Look at this deal. All right, time for a new jig head. Maybe a new one of these too. All right, pal. Are you worth throwing on the measuring board? You know, I have the measuring board. What the? I don't use it very much. Okay, let's make sure the camera can see you. Yeah, I know. Oh, he's got a messed up jaw. Look at that poor bugger. Okay, pal. Listen, jerk. I'll freaking sell you to the huts. Yeah, if you don't shut up. All right, so 28 and a quarter. That's not a bad piker. All right, buddy. Well, one tiny little crayfish in there. Lovely. Well, there you go. There's one scared crayfish. Come on, buddy. Out you go. Out you go. There you go. I have to say, there's a bit of a knack to picking them up, but once you figure it out, it's not that bad. How you doing, pal? All right, away you go. Enjoy your life. All right, I'm going to have a little GoPro trouble. It's what happens when you leave them in the water for half an hour, I guess. Who knew? Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to film this on my phone, so kind of want to say thank you for coming along. It was a challenging day. You know, I've been dealing with some work stress, and hey, who knew that screaming into the wind for an hour was such a stress reliever? Well, anyway, so it was a good day. We got some nice walleye, a couple of nice pike. Challenging on the fishing side, you know, just some learning, a bit of a learning curve with the new kayak with a different seat, but overall I had a good time. So I'm probably going to do the crayfish as a separate video, just because that's a little bit different. And yeah, so I'll let you know how that goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and despite it all, let's keep on cracking.